Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Hey, it's Anna,
And Maddie,
here with Hearts of Hope and Joy.
a group that is set apart to encourage, engage, energize, equip, and empower one another in God.
Welcome to a video on how we have fun with God. Second video in the series with how Maddie and we personally have fun with God, and to help share and encourage that with you guys, to hopefully help you guys to be able to have more fun with God and getting to know Him better as your dad and best friend.
And what that looks like in your everyday life as well. So
Yeah.
come on and enjoy the journey. I sound like cowboy stuff. Anyway. One thing I have been doing a lot recently, which has been so much fun, having fun with God, is just putting on some music and grooving and dancing with God. I have just been doing this a lot, especially over these last couple of days. It's just been so fun. While cooking dinner or doing chores, it's just been, really just in those little moments of just music and dancing. It's been so much fun. Actually, my favorite song at the moment is Come Back Home by Lauren Daigle, or Lauren Daigle's A Feet in It or something. But that song has just been so much fun to just dance with and just have fun. And so that has been something which has just been just in the ordinary of everyday life, just having fun with God by dancing and praising His name. And being completely silly, because I'm not a dancer, by the way. I don't know really how to dance that well, but it's just, when you're dancing for God, nothing else matters. It's just like dancing with your best friend and being ridiculous. So that's one way that I have been doing it recently.
For me, having fun with God is pretty much just spending time with Him. They go hand in hand for me. Like, I guess when I spend time with God, I'm spending time with a best friend. And always when you're spending time with a friend, it always ends up being fun. And for me, one thing that I personally do, because I'm a picture person, if that makes sense.
Visual person?
Visual, that's the word. Oh my God. Visual. I'm a visual person. So I picture God or Jesus like just there with me, whether that's worshiping to Him or reading the Bible and learning about Him, and even just hearing His voice, through that. And like on that, I also like picture Him and His expressions, and Him smiling with me or about a situation and laughing with me. And one thing I wanted to share on that was recently I was reading through Isaiah, and God revealed to me and showed me that it connected with what I was memorizing in James, and just like there was so much connection in what God was showing me and what I was reading. And then it also connected with some random saying that I had written down like 2 months ago that I just found. I guess for me, I picture God and, just Him with a big smile on His face going, just waiting for me to discover these little treasures through life, through spending time with God and in His Word. Just discovering, I guess, all the little dots that God connects. And that puts me onto another point that us Bible buddies, so Maddie, me, my brother Zeke, and Maddie's sister Emily, we have nicknamed God Dotty, because he just has so many, he's just connected so many points for us. He's lined up so many dots in our lives that is just no coincidence. For example, one picture that I wanted to share with you guys to help you understand, just what I've, I guess, been saying about picturing God's expressions and that through Him connecting dots, I guess, is just imagine being in a shopping center and you don't know that your friend is just around the corner, but God does, and God's just got this little smile, this chuckle on his face. Smile on his face. Got this little smile on his face, knowing that, you're just about to step around the corner, and He's just placed, I guess, a little treasure for you to find. And then you just step around the corner and see your friend, and embrace them and chat for a while, and then you go on your merry way, finishing your shopping and whatever. And one thing that God's really been, I guess, showing me is to really stop in those moments. Something happens by coincidence, and just thanking God for just those little connections that He makes. And they're not a big stepping stone, I guess, in our faith, but God cares about our life and about the little things as well. And then I guess for me, in situations like that, it puts a smile on my face, knowing that God's got a smile on His face, and that He just cares about just the little things in life, and connecting the dots for me, I guess.
because he is all-knowing. Like Psalm 139 talks a lot about how he is all-knowing, and he knows when we sit down and when we rise, when we go to sleep, and literally he knows everything. And it's like, just because he knows everything doesn't mean he doesn't want to be a part of it. Like, he desires to be a part of the little things. And I absolutely love the way how you describe that, Anna. I feel like all the time in the Bible, it's like you're reading, and then you read something amazing and you're like, I didn't know that was there, and you're like, whoa, and you're just mind blown by it. I am very imagery.
What
was the word?
You said it before.
I know. Visual. I'm a very visual person also, so in a different way, but yeah, I just like to imagine God in a similar way, going like, oh, he's probably laughing in heaven going, oh, I knew she was gonna do that or something, even though he knows everything anyway. But like, just the sense of humor in God and seeing him as that best friend. And I guess it's that perspective shift as well, from seeing him as like God that created the whole universe, that's up in outer space, to a God that's in our hearts, that he created the whole world, and that's incredible, and there's many different facets of God, but seeing him through the eyes as a best friend really just, like, it's just, well, it helps me anyway. And I know Anna as well, just be a lot more vulnerable and real and able to relate to him, seeing him as a best friend, seeing him as something that we have actually physically around us as best friends and family and stuff.
Another thing kind of on that, about just seeing God as a more of a best friend than the solemn God who made the universe, is also one thing that just came to mind, was even about prayer. And whenever I hear the word prayer, I think of, I guess we, asking God for things, or it seems more of a solemn kind of thing. But prayer really is just talking to God. And it can be as fun as you make it, really, and it can be as real as you want it to be. I guess just like friendships, they can be as real as you want them to be, really. Like, are you going to be open and, I guess, sharing the hard things and the good things? And I guess I'm really just saying that prayer can be fun as well. Like, just every aspect of spending time with God, getting to know God, it can be fun because God is a fun God.
Yeah.
Just like we like a bit of fun, he likes a bit of fun too, because we are made in his image.
Exactly,
Yeah, and so prayer is just, it's just talking to God, and just think of it as talking to a best friend.
Yeah. And also think of it as a fancy name for a conversation. Like, I don't know why. Prayer does have a deeper root meaning of, like, talking with God, praying with him, praising his name. And like, it's completely a multifaceted word in a sense. But like, just for now, like, if you really want to desire, if you desire to have fun with God, a great way to do that is to shift your mindset to see prayer as a conversation with your best friend, which is basically what you were just saying, Anna. Because prayer can be lots of fun. Don't get me wrong. There has been some hilarious times, like, I don't know. Okay, I wasn't going to share this, but I might as well, because I just thought of it. But one time I was just writing, down some God stuff, and just writing down about some scriptures that God had, given me a new revelation with. And then I was just writing, and then I felt like God just say this joke, and cannot remember the joke for the life of me. But it was just so funny, and it just shows that God is hilarious, and he has really got a good sense of humor. Like, I was just, in awe of him in just his word in the Bible, and then he's just cracking jokes. It's just like, he really does have a sense of humor, and we can be fun with him as well. We don't have to be all solemn to him as well. I only talk about deep stuff because, sometimes it's those light subjects about, I don't even know, just random jokes and all those things that God really does want to have a chat with us about. To share some ideas, here are some ideas that you can have fun with God in your own personal, private time.
In your own walk with God.
Yes, thank you for saving me. All right, so the first idea is worship and just praising him and glorifying his name.
Tip number 2 is reading your Bible, getting into your Bible and reading it. Now, that's not always fun. But you can make it fun. One thing that Maddie and I like to do is journal in our Bibles, to Bible journal, use some color, make it look pretty. For me, it's something I want to open because I'm like, oh wow, what did I write down that God was showing me as I read that verse, whether it was a year ago or whatever. And just seeing those little treasures that I've written down, and just seeing the colorful of oh my goodness, the colorful of page, the pages full of color. Yeah, makes it something more, I guess, interesting for me and something I want to pick up and read.
Yeah. So tip number 3 is going off from what Anna said, which is being creative. And that can be going off from Bible journaling, can be art, and art can be watercolor, paint, I don't know, anything, craft, creations, drawing, anything like that. It's just getting creative because God is a creative God. He created us, and to create us in uniquely and as special as we are, intricately as well, is mind-blowing. So yeah, that's tip number 3.
Yeah, so tip number 4 is hearing God's voice. Like we were saying before about prayer and talking to God and having a conversation with him, that's just, I guess, a big part in having fun with God, I think, or it can be, because God wants a relationship with us that's a two-way street. We talk to him and then we listen and he talks to us. And yeah, that's where I guess it opens up lots of room for God to talk with us and have fun and share jokes. Like he told Manny a joke in the middle of a serious time that she was having. Yeah, so yeah, just really encourage you guys to spend some time just to listen to what he has to say, because he's a fun God and he wants to get to know us.
Yeah. Tip number 5 would be getting into God's nature, spending time with him in his nature and just getting out in his beautiful creation, which he has created. Just as uniquely and intricately he has created us, he has created this nature, this beauty for us to enjoy. So just get out, go for a bike ride, walk, run, sit, like do whatever you can physically do, even if that is just sitting, just to enjoy God's nature and have fun in it, play games, invite friends around. Like it's really just being in God's nature really just helps you become really grateful and thankful for what he has created for us to enjoy.
Tip number 5. No, 6. Oh my goodness. You did 5. Tip number 6 is playing an instrument. I guess we already shared on that, but worshiping God through that. But you can just have fun with God through your instrument that you play. And I play guitar, and yeah, I love getting it out and having fun with God, with spending time with him and worshiping to him through using that instrument. And for me, it also helps me to be still and just open up time and space to just be with God and have fun with him.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that comes from just like serving him in that sense of just like praising his name, which fits in perfectly with worshiping. But it's sort of that, yeah, laying down, I guess, of just taking that time. Because just taking any time to have fun with God or talk to him and glorify his name is having fun with God. It just is, yeah, just spending time with your best friend. So wrapping up, we just wanted to leave you with this question, which is, if you are struggling with how to have fun with God, is how do you have fun with your best friend? Like your physical friends, your physical best friends. Like how do you have fun with them? And however you answer that, if that's a coffee shop, if that's being silly and telling jokes or whatever that is, you can do that with God too. You can go for a walk with him. Well, he can do anything, let me just say that. But we don't always see God as a physical person next to us. But he is always with us. And as it talks about in many scriptures, we'll have a few scriptures that come up on the screen, but there are so many scriptures which say that God is with us. He will never leave us nor forsake us. He is always by our side. He's fighting for us. And just in that sense that, yeah, we can do whatever we're doing. We can have fun with God. It's all just how we see it and our perspective. But thank you so much for watching, guys. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you do not miss the rest of this Having Fun with God series. We have some guests, so it'll be super special. So you wouldn't want to miss those.
Awesome. Well, thank you for watching. And I just wanted to quickly say on that note, Maddie, that encourage you guys, because it's an awesome, I guess, tip, that just to write down how you have fun with the people around you and physical best friends in this world. And then, yeah, just have fun with God in that way, because you can.
And like, I know we're wrapping up, but the Christian life isn't meant to be boring. It is an adventure with God. It is not some religious walk. It is a relational walk. And so just to be reminded of that we can have fun with God, no matter how old you are or how young you are, we can all have fun with God. A facet in him that he has also created us to have fun. Be blessed, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, hi. Reading about his God. Oh my goodness. Reading.
Oh, that's good.
I've just got no more words in my brain.
Yeah. Start it off.
Awesome.
Oh, goodness.